What's good, everybody, and welcome to a very special video. Welcome to a Horror Gamer's Steelbook horror haul, which your boy Horror Gamer went a little nuts on the Steelbooks this time around. So we're gonna dive into that, and we're gonna see what your boy Horror Gamer got. So, you guys ready? Let's get it. That is right, Horror Horde. Your boy went a little bit crazy with the Steelbook hunting. And I got a few things to show from my travels out there in the world. And on specifically eBay. Yeah, so, I mean, without further ado, before I get into it, I just want to take a moment to apologize that I haven't been really uploading as regularly as I normally do. Your boy Horror Gamer is going through some personal shit right now, and had to take a little step back this week from YouTube. I managed to put one video up, but it's not, I try to at least put 4 or 5 up a week. But had something to deal with. We're dealing with it now. Everything's coming into play, so everything's good. So today marks the day that I jump right back into it, and we get you guys on a regularly scheduled Horror Gamer program here, where we're going to upload some videos regularly again. So, appreciate y'all patience with me. Yeah, so with all that out of the way, let's dive into this epic Steelbook haul that your boy Horror Gamer went and got. So, without further ado, let's just dive right into it and see what your boy Horror Gamer picked up. So, the first movie we got is one of my favorite Tim Burton movies out there, and that is the Sleepy Hollow FYE exclusive Steelbook. This thing is gorgeous. I love it. Look at it. Steelbook, just like your boy Horror Gamer likes it. And it says, Master storyteller Tim Burton weaves an eerie, enchanting vision of the classic tale of horror. Johnny Depp is Ichabod Crane, an eccentric investigator determined to stop the murderous Headless Horseman. Christina Ricci is Katrina Van Tassel, the beautiful and mysterious girl with secret ties to the supernatural horror. Oh yeah, and it has Christopher Walken as the Headless Horseman. Let's not forget that. Christopher Walken, the man, the myth, the legend. But yeah, we got Sleepy Hollow, like I said, one of my favorite Tim Burton films. I'm a Tim Burton guy because his visions, his storytelling comes from a dark place, but it's so, the way he puts it on, it's fucking beautiful. And I'll be doing a Horror Haven LLC episode on him sooner or later, so definitely check that out. And the next 4K Steelbook I got it's a 4K Steelbook, not just a regular Steelbook, is the Steelbook of It Chapter 1. This thing is beautiful too. Look at that. I love that artwork with Pennywise and Georgie. I tried to get the double pack, but man, people were fucking insane. And then trying to get the It Chapter 2 Steelbook, people were fucking nuts for what they're asking for it. But there's the back. And it says, Stephen King's horror masterpiece comes to life for a new generation. In Derry, Maine, 7 young friends unite against a terrifying supernatural creature that has been haunting their small town for centuries. Calling itself Pennywise, the dancing clown, it is a monster of unspeakable power that takes the form of everyone's most horrific fears. Threatened by their worst nightmares, the only way these kids can survive it is together. This movie was really good. I guess this one, the It movies are like, for me, kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. This is how you remake a movie right here. This right here is how it's done. Definitely well done remake. Everything about the movie was just amazing. You know, it's such a great movie. Pennywise was creepy. Pennywise was funny at times. It was just so well done. Such a well done movie. And the next Steelbook your boy Horror Gamer got. Now this one I had to open because the disc was in there flopping around and shit when it came. So I had to open it up and kind of put the disc back. But I put a Blu-ray Steelbook cover on it. But it was also an FYE exclusive, and that is the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street. And the main reason I got it, the movie was okay. The movie wasn't bad. I'm not shitting on the movie, but the Steelbook is beautiful. I mean, look at that Steelbook. That shit is amazing looking. With him sitting there in the fire and shit. I love the way this Steelbook artwork is. It is awesome. And then there's the back. And like I said, it wasn't a masterpiece of a movie. It was okay. Robert Englund is Freddy, let's be honest. But it says, 5 teenage friends living on one street all dream of a sinister man with a disfigured face, a frightening voice, and the gardener's glove with knives for fingers. One by one, he terrorizes them within their dreams, where the rules are his, and the only way out is to wake up. But when one among them dies, they soon realize that what happens in their dreams happens for real. And the only way to stay alive is to stay awake. Buried in their pasts is a debt that has just come due. To save themselves, they must plunge into the mind of the most twisted nightmare of all, Freddy Krueger. Jackie Earle Haley plays the legendary evildoer in this contemporary reimagining of the seminal classic horror movie. Whatever. Kind of hard to read it, but yeah, that Steelbook is beautiful. I love that artwork on here. I saw that and I was like, yup, bought already. Alright. And the next one we got is funny because I bought this and then it came, the standard version came in the horror pack, and that is the Child's Play Steelbook, which the artwork on there is just awesome. Look at that. I love that. And it says, 6-year-old Andy is thrilled when he gets a brand new cheery Chucky doll for his birthday. But he quickly discovers that Chucky is possessed by the soul of a notorious serial killer who swiftly begins terrorizing Andy. His ill-fated babysitter and the disbelieving mom. And Chucky doesn't stop there. Proving he's nobody to toy with, the demonic doll schemes to transfer his evil spirit out of its kid-friendly container and into Andy. Yeah, got that bitch on Steelbook though. I like that. I think I like that. Yeah, I like that. Thing is beautiful. Love it. Oh man, something about Steelbooks. A good Steelbook with good artwork. So the next Steelbook I got, I had to get the 4K remake. I couldn't leave without getting the OG, right? And that is the OG Stephen King's It Blu-ray Steelbook from Best Buy. And it says, October 1957, It awakens in the small town of Derry, Maine. Will never be the same. Stephen King brings to life every childhood fear and phobia as 7 children face the unthinkable horror that appears in various forms, including Pennywise, played by your boy Tim Curry, legend. A clown who lives, hunts, and kills in the town sewers. Years later, the surviving adults who are brave enough to return to stop the new killing spree. This time for good. Yeah, this one was a good one too, but this one was long because it wasn't technically a movie. It was a mini series that they made, and it was like 3 hours long. Still good, but long. So if you got 3 hours in a day, this is definitely something that I'd recommend 100%. Your OG It. All right, we're about halfway done, I believe. And the next one I got because it's another Tim Burton film. Now, I only ever think I ever saw this like two or three times, maybe 4. And I don't remember it very well, but I do remember liking it. And that is the 25th anniversary of Edward Scissorhands on Steelbook. Like I said, I remember it being like visually stunning and just a good movie, but I don't remember it. I know it was sad though too. I do remember this movie kind of being a tearjerker, which a lot of Tim Burton movies are. Let's face it, a lot of Tim Burton movies are tearjerkers. But I don't remember this one. This is one I'm going to have to sit down and watch. And it says, well, I don't have to watch them all, but I mean, I really want to revisit this and maybe get a review up on it. And it says, celebrate the 25th anniversary of this beloved masterpiece, starring Johnny Depp and directed by Tim Burton. Depp delivers the performance that launched his career as Edward, an irresistibly charming creation with razor-sharp metal hands and a heart of gold. Edward's lonely life in a gothic castle changes forever when he meets a kind-hearted Avon lady who takes him to a pastel paradise known as Suburbia. Thanks to his fantastic talents, Edward becomes a neighborhood sensation. But when he falls in love with Kim, he must go to extraordinary lengths to protect her. I do remember this a little bit, but like I said, the details are vague for this one for your boy. But I do remember it being pretty decent, and it, kind of sad. I remember, I don't know if he dies or something protecting her. I don't remember. But, yeah, Tim Burton. And it may not be considered scary, but Tim Burton's movies are, have a lot to do with death and all this other stuff. So that's why I kind of label it in like the horror genre. It's a subgenre. I mean, Tim Burton, let's face it, Tim Burton in the horror community or whatever, he has his own subgenre. Because I think his films are awesome. I don't know. Next, I saw this and I said, you know what? It's pretty cool. Have to get it. It was on the cheap. I did like the movie, and that is Underworld. The first Underworld movie. Look at that artwork. I like the comic book look for that artwork. Now, again, when I got this, I had to open it because the disc was in there flopping around when I got it. So, your boy Horror Gamer can't have that. So I opened it, fixed it, and put it in a fucking steelbook, a steelbook cover case or whatever. So, all right, and it says, in the underworld, vampires are a secret clan of modern aristocratic sophisticates whose mortal enemies are the Lycans, werewolves, a shrewd gang of street thugs who prowl the city's underbelly. No one knows the origin of their bitter blood feud, but the balance of the power between them turns even bloodier when a beautiful young vampire warrior and a newly turned Lycan with a mysterious past fall in love. Kate Beckinsale and Scott Speedman star in this modern-day action-packed tale of ruthless intrigue and forbidden passion, all set against the dazzling backdrop of a timeless Gothic metropolis. It was pretty good. I do enjoy the Underworld movies. Maybe not as much as some, but it's Kate Beckinsale in tight leather. I mean, come on now. Come on now. All right, we got 2 more. And the next one I got, it was on the cheap. Love the movie. I think the movie's fucking amazing and hilarious and scary at times. When I was a kid, it scared me a little bit. And that was Killer Clowns from Outer Space Collector's Steelbook. Look at that. I think that is just amazing. Look at that. That is beautiful. Artwork is nice. I don't know, I think Universal did like these artwork kind of like the Day of the Dead, because I think it came out around Cinco de Mayo, where like the Chucky one's the same way. It kind of has like face paint or whatever. But this one says, finally, the truth about clowns is out. Beneath their smirky, sinister grins and wildly patterned clothes are clever killers from out of this world. That is hard to see on that backdrop. Yeah. So, yeah, the secret's out. I'm not even going to try to read that. For some reason, it is hard to read on that backdrop. But yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I like I said, I really enjoyed this movie when I was a kid, and the popcorn, oh, that's so funny. But yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And last, but certainly not least, I had to do it because when your boy saw the preview for the new one, I had to do it. So your boy went out and got the Steelbook of Candyman, the OG 92. Just recently, your boy Horror Gamer and your girl Gabby Gore did their very first podcast of Horror Haven LLC, and he was the topic. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out over on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast, because we get into it. We dive into the world of Candyman a little bit. It was fun. Definitely have to go check that out. But I love the artwork on this. So well done. And this says, dare you say his name 5 times. From the chilling imagination of horror master Clive Barker comes Candyman, one of the greatest horror movies of the 90s, now restored on Blu-ray from Arrow. When grad student Helen Lyle begins working on a thesis about urban legends, she comes across the terrifying tale of the Candyman, a vengeful hook-handed spirit who can be summoned by saying his name 5 times in the mirror. As her research leads her into the bowels of Chicago's deprived housing projects and deeper into the Candyman's world, Helen learns that some legends are best left alone. Expertly directed by British filmmaker Bernard Rose and boasting an astounding score by composer Philip Glass, Candyman ingeniously reworks Clive Barker's original short story, The Forbidden, into a modern horror parable that remains as timely today as ever. And that is true. Like the song called Helen's Song it's very, oh my God, it gives you chills when you hear it. And I mean, this comes with it's a limited steelbook. Comes with a 4K scan of the original negatives. I mean, this thing is packed with bonus features, makeup effects, interviews with Virginia Madsen, Tony Todd interview. I want to see that. That seems epic as shit. The design for Candyman. Fucking just all kinds of the Candyman source story. I want to watch this. I guess I don't know if they tell you the story behind The Forbidden or if they read The Forbidden to you. Definitely want to check it out. But this Steelbook, I had to jump on this one. Because your boy Horror Gamer was a huge Candyman fan, so I had to get this. But, alright, Horror Horde. That is it for the haul. I mean, we got a few. We got 9. 9 for you today. 9 awesome Steelbooks to add to the collection. And a collection video will be up soon. Once I get everything put in and organized, we're going to have a collection update. So definitely check these out. And I can't wait to unbox each of these for you guys also with unicorn view. That way you guys can see artworks on the inside and everything. But alright, Horror Horde. I really hoped you enjoyed this horror haul video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button along with that ding-a-ling-ding-ding button. That way, every time your boy Horror Gamer throws up one of these videos, you're in the know. Also, when you're done doing that, head on over to the official Horror Gamer Patreon where, and just check out some of the perks we got. We got movie nights every Saturday where we all get together and watch movies and talk and just hang out and have a good time and other stuff like that. So then when you're done doing that, head on over to the Z Network where a bunch of us creators got together and just created something special for everybody. Then, after all that is said and done, after you got all that out of the way, head on over to Spotify, head on over to Apple Play, wherever you get your podcast, and check out Horror Haven LLC. And while you're out there, after you listen to the podcast, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. And you guys will definitely have access to future podcasts that we're coming out with. We got a whole bunch thought up of, and we're getting ready to work on some. Definitely check those out. I will leave the link to all of that, plus everything for Horror Haven LLC. I'll leave that link tree in the description box below, so you can check out everything. Check it all out. Become a subscriber. That way you guys get updates and everything, and just enjoy, okay? But all right, Horror Horde, with all that being said, I love you guys. Thank you guys. Have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend. I want all my Horror Horde back on the 5th with all their fingers, all their toes. I don't want anybody going out there being dumb. Please be safe. If you're going to fuck with fireworks, be safe with it. If you're going to drink, be safe. Just be safe, Horror Horde. I need my Horror Horde back on the 5th. All right? So everybody have a good time. I love you guys. Thank you guys. And until next time, this is your boy Horror Gamer saying, as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.